There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Reads it, fires complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looks as if he's going to run it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Trying to punch it in. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Ivory. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him, he's got a rhythm going, he's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Rice. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Complete to the left. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown! Oklahoma made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the
Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Johnson looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. It's a fumble. The ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession with no gain on the play. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the missed connection on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play fit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Setting up the screen. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Auburn.
Throws to the wideout.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Johnson looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. Got room at the 35. It's a running room, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback quarterback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Johnson wants to throw it. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He makes a catch. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And as he throws, wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead. Touchdown, Indiana! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Flushed out of the pocket. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Sooners! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hoosiers will boot it away to start the second half. thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big...
They're going to get him for a safety, tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. The Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Fires downfield. Got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long. And this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quick strike complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They take the lead with the 6.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they...
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Gets it past the marker. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Firing to the right, complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Sooners are flying down the field. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picks up the first down. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in a shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right work up top. Looking for a big play. He's got it along the sideline. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Johnson looking to throw. Here's a heap. Quarterback gets enough. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Lowers those pads, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the outside. And what a huge chunk away for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sings it complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to keep this drive alive. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
I I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are looking to take a shot. He's got it down the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Johnson wants to throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Now, this slant route you throw quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Ivory. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, it is do-or-die time right now for this offense playing at home, and the quarterback just takes the play over. On 4th down, knowing they're trailing, doing anything he can to scramble, find a way to keep this team alive in front of this home crowd. This is going to go down to the wire.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand, this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Touchdown Sooners! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job of this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half. In the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense is up against it here, trailing late in the game. The defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
Bring in the heat. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. That's caught. It's Ivory. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way.
He'll go out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining here. It'll be first down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Finding open area. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up. From inside the 15, here comes the return. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A design run for the quarterback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big...
Touchdown, Indiana! They strike first here in overtime.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On the move, it's Rice. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come to account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right spot.
Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Sooner! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime. This dude is just slicing and dicing slicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Can't do it better than that. The two-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Johnson wants to throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Touchdown, Hoosiers! With that, now a two-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense. Going down the field, scoring the touchdown now. I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
He's looking to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure.